Alright, hi everyone. Happy New Year, for one. And, welcome to today's episode of, Pokemon Crystal. We got up here to, Jasmine, here in the Light Tower in Olivine City, saying that the Ampharos that lights up the lighthouse is sick, and there's some medicine that we have to get from across the sea in Cianwood. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna head over to Cianwood, get the medicine, and well, hopefully be on the way back. But before we do that, we're gonna go out here to Route 40. I came to Olivine by the ship that's about the atmosphere, being a port in the big city. Okay, cool. Whatever, kid. Now there is gonna be a lot of surfing in this episode. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. There is, in fact, one major battle in this episode, but it won't be towards, it won't be a little later, but this is the way out to the battle tower. So yeah, we're not gonna fully show off the battle tower. Only because it's mostly used for, like, player versus player, like, kind of tournament kind of thing. Back when this game was first introduced in the late 90s and, the early 2000s, stretching from 1999 to 2001 in most regions of the world. But, yeah. We're just gonna talk to all these people here in the battle tower, and then after this area we're going to head out across the sea and go to to the next city and the next town, even though I kind of briefly mentioned it. Got a PC here. Check our Pokédex here. Current is 91C, 19 own. Out of 91. That's almost 21% of all the Pokemon that I've owned, that compared to all the ones we have seen. Battle Tower workers are to the battle room. Want to go to the battle room? Sure, let's do it. Hit the A button past me. God damn it. Oh, okay, I guess I said no. Okay, so we're gonna say fuck the battle tower then, I guess. I should probably get everyone fully healed before we take off, actually. So yeah, we're gonna hop on our bicycle. Okay, now after a quick recharge, we're gonna ride our bikes out of here, and, oh, yeah, we don't need to be in there. So anyways, Route 40. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of surfing in this episode, like I kind of briefly mentioned, because we're technically gonna be on two different routes that also kind of connect between, Olivine and the next town. Well, I apologize. That yawn just came out of nowhere. And also, we have a lot of trainer battles. But we do have a new Pokemon to talk about in this area. So, once we clear this battle, we're gonna go ahead and cut ahead and talk about the random encounters. on this route. Luckily, in this episode, there's only 3 that we have to talk about. So, yippee! So yeah, since today is the first episode for the year, calendar year of 2026. God help me. Today is also the birthday for former President Richard Nixon. But now that we cleared the battle, we're gonna go ahead and talk about the random encounters here on this route. Alright, so the only Pokemon here on this route is Tentacles Evolved Form Tentacruel. Tentacruel is actually really good. Just like its pre-evolved form, Tentacool. It can take a psychic hit pretty damn good. So if you want something that has, it's a good water type and has, real good special defense, pick this guy up. Like I mentioned before, it can take a psychic hit pretty well, and I do like it. But since we already have Poliwhirl as our water type, I'm not going to pick one of these guys up. Maybe in a future game. Are you going to Cianwood? Well, yeah. How about a quick battle first? Sure, why not? So yeah, that's the only random encounter on this route, Tentacruel. I've used a lot of them over the years, as kind of mentioned in the bio, but I'm not going to pick one up this time around. Maybe in a future game where I'll pick one up. I don't know when, but, I might pick one up. If there's any game that you guys want me to talk about, or not to talk about, but to do on this channel, the comment section on any of these episodes, on any of my videos posted on this channel, are always up for grabs. Anything is fair game. However, like how I mentioned before, it must be a console video game. Like, it can start on a console and kind of also move to mobile or PC, but it has to at least start on a console. I'm not doing mobile exclusive games, although there is one exception, being Plants vs. Zombies. I might do it, maybe, I don't know. Even though it did start on PC and then got moved over to mobile and console. But yeah, I kind of do want to do Plants vs. Zombies, because it'd be kind of cool. But on how it'll actually work, I don't know. I haven't fully figured that one out. Even if I were to do it. Some of the games that I have already done, I more than likely probably won't go back to them unless if there's like a challenge run I want to do. Which there are a few challenge runs I do want to do with some of the past games that we've done so far. But, yeah, I haven't fully figured it out yet. I also have to kind of mention something here real quick, guys. If I sound kind of out of it within the next couple episodes, or, whatever, it's because I kind of overdid myself for this calendar year. Mainly with 3 separate projects going on, more or less around the same time. At least in terms of the beginning parts of the year. Because, here's the thing. If you follow me on Facebook, or on Instagram, or on TikTok, you would know that not only am I going to obviously continue doing this game, every Friday like normal at noon on the Eastern Standard Time in the United States, on this channel, but on my main channel, I'm doing my first series since 2021, it actually starts on Monday. Come believe it or not. With that being said, it is going to be every single country in alphabetical order, and I'm gonna, briefly talk about the moment in history where the current, country had the most amount of land and was, at their greatest extent. So, I'm gonna give this stuff away as an example because it's kind of easy for me to kind of briefly mention it. So, for example, let's say we're at Italy, and, we have to talk about the Roman Empire, which, was the point of Italy's history where they had the most amount of land. So I'll be doing it based on the year, who was in charge, the flag, population, religion, at least dominant religion, what they're well known for, and how long this empire, country, whatever has existed for, or if it still exists. If it's a country that if the year of greatest extent is the country in its modern form, that one would be a bit easier because it would just be going over some basic stuff about the modern country. Because for example, let's say I don't know, we'll say Belarus over in Europe. Its greatest territorial extent is technically its current establishment, even though it's been a country since around 1991, after it gained independence from the Soviet Union, during the dissolution of all that. But yeah, it's gonna be real long, and it's gonna be the entire year. Every single country in alphabetical order, on top of 5 extra countries that I do recognize that either does or does not exist in the eyes of others. So you can be on the judge on some of those. So that's project number 2 on my main channel. Project number 3 is currently ongoing on both my Facebook and my TikTok, where it's kind of broken down into 2 parts. I will be celebrating America 250 since, this year America turns 250 years old in July. This year, since, I'm breaking it down into 2 parts, I decided that since the first half of America 250, going from July 4th to December 31st of this year, 2026, I thought it'd be a good idea to do talk about every single president of the United States and kind of talk about their political histories as well as their military histories, because that'd be kind of fun. And I'm doing them based on the order of the month and day that they were born, not by birth year. Because I'll be saying the the years that they were alive for. I'll also throw in the a bonus president with Jefferson Davis, who was the president of the Confederacy. As a extra bonus or whatever. That's part 1. That's gonna happen this year. Next year, for the other half of America 250, which will be technically January 1st to July 3rd of 2027, next year, I will be doing the same thing, but instead of presidents, it'll be states, territories, and federal districts. And it'll be all on the dates of their admission into the Union, when they were acquired, when they were established, all that whatnot, and just kind of some basic stuff like the official name, size, population, famous people that live there or are from there. You know, just some, you know, that kind of basic stuff. That's part 2. That's gonna start next year. Oh, we got a call from youngster Joey. Yo, Trevor, how you doing? This is Joey. Got a minute? Let's get together and battle. I promise things will be different. Route 30 is where I'm gonna be. Give me a shout. All right, later. You know, I think eventually we will have to hit up Joey for a rematch, because I would like to fight him again and see how well he's you know, gotten stronger, because he's always been calling me when I'm, you know, recording more footage of this game. Although I could technically go do that and then the next time I go and record more footage. So I hope you guys had a good Christmas and a good New Year. I had to work on Christmas, but you know, it is what it is. New Year's, it was, you know, it was alright, I guess. It's just like, you know, it's the start of another year, you know, it's January. You know, where the seeds of new beginnings kind of, you know, are planted, or, you know, I don't want to sound too cheesy on it, but, you know. So yeah, those are the things that are going to be going on for me for the next 12 months or so. And it's going to be real long. I'm fully not prepared to do all of it, but I don't know. It's gonna be real long. I know I'm definitely gonna feel burnout from making a fuck ton of videos like I did back when my main channel turned 10 years old back in 2023. Cause yeah, I felt burnout and I didn't continue my LP of Super Mario World till like off and on, and just kind of took some time to myself just to kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, unclutter myself. But you know, I eventually pushed through. You know, we got stuff done. We got Mario done and started out on Spyro and, you know, doing all that. I don't know why I'm just sitting here. Yeah, you're a trainer for sure. Yep. So yeah, this is a good area to raise your grass types and your electric types. It's just a good way to, you know, train up all those guys. I'm actually here in my other room, since I know it's going to be kind of quiet. And I might as well just turn this room into just like a little recording studio, even though I mainly only I use this room for like storage. And it's also where I keep about maybe about 95% of all my clothes. So the area we're kind of surfing around is the Whirl Islands, but we won't be able to do anything out over here until much later. So if you're thinking that I need to talk about it, I am not. We will talk about the Whirl Islands at a later time. I promise, we will. Just, you know, not now. So far to me, nothing too major has technically ever happened to me while I'm on, camera recording or whatever. Alright, I need to send me a Snapchat here real quick. Okay. I'm still waiting on a good time when I should be able to evolve both Daisy Doom and Tsunami. Since they're both technically stone evolutions, technically. I'm really favoring more one way than the other for both of them. I don't know. If you guys think I should kind of slightly modify my teams, let me know in the comments below of any Pokemon Crystal videos that's, went up by now, or already, or whenever. Which, I mean, I guess by the time you see this, we'll be 10 episodes deep into it. 10 episodes deep and we already have 4 badges. But, I will say, in the next part, believe it or not, we're taking out 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, if you can believe that. Oh my god, spoilers. I really don't know what else I could even possibly, kind of talk about. I also have YouTube playing on my TV in the other room, but of course I have to come into here, my older room, to do commentary and do all that. Even though the commentary for this episode's being done in mid-late December. Tonight was the anniversary of the Boston Tea Party. On the night of December 16th of 1773, American colonists disguised themselves as Mohawk Indians, raided a British ship, and tossed all the tea into the harbor. Which was, when the tensions between the colonies and the empire were really intensifying, I guess you could say. Who died? Oh, Daisy Doom died. You're supposed to have the type advantage, damn it. You're a grass type. But no, you you had to die. Oh man, speaking of saying die like Mr. Garrison from South Park, I'm so incredibly far behind on South Park. Ever since they took it off of HBO Max, the furthest I think I got was close to, I want to say it was in season, probably close to season 8 actually, and I love season 8. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch South Park in an illegitimate way without having to spend money on a Paramount Plus subscription, because I already have two streaming services as a subscription. I have HBO and I have Netflix. I was really hoping that South Park would stay on HBO, because that was the only reason why I wanted HBO, is so I could watch South Park. That way, you know, I don't buy a fuck ton of episodes on iTunes. But no, they decided to take it away and move it over to Paramount Plus. And I was like, fuck me, man. So, I'm kind of at square one. So I would have to literally get onto a shady ass website and watch all of South Park from the very beginning, hopefully all the way up until the present day, which will definitely take a while, I might add, because I'm also still in the middle of watching a bunch of anime that I haven't finished, and I haven't even gotten around to jumping back into, you know, watching any of that. Call it bad planning or bad timing. I don't really care. And, you know, I used to be so much on top of watching shit like that. Like, I used to keep track of everything. I'm even looking at it on my old mirror. You know, back in my days of being in high school. Especially with shows that still exist. Like, I'm looking at the spot with South Park. The season looks like season 10, episode 1. And there's Robot Chicken. What does that say? Season 3, episode 1. And there's Family Guy, season 7, episode 8. And then there's Pokemon, which doesn't even have a label on it. Speaking of Pokemon, I'm actually really happy that they're uploading all the episodes on its own separate channel. Like, every single one. Currently I'm finishing up the original series. You know, the Indigo League. On YouTube, you know, like normal. But also, there's a website called Pokeflix, where you can watch all things Pokemon, the anime episodes, the movies, the shorts, the specials, all for free on the internet. And I'm currently in the black and white anime, and I remember why I haven't even jumped back into watching the black and white anime, because it's, a lot of people always say it's not good, and it never really is good. A lot of people do not like it, and I'm starting to see why. Okay, so I'm trying to remember where all the trainers are here in this area. There's a lot of trainers out on water, so it's hard to map everything out, because I have to kind of jump into a random encounter, pull up a map, so that way I know where I'm at, who I fought, you know, whatever, so on and so forth, or, you know, whatever. But, I don't know, I've always hated routes like this, where there's a fuck ton of water. Because, you know, it's so easy to get lost. And, you know, it takes forever, because, you know, you're trying to figure out where you've been, where you haven't been, and who you fought and who you didn't fight. But, we have a swimmer, Kaylee, here. She's gonna send out a Godine. Phil's running out of headbutts. He's only got one more. And that was the last one. And that was a one-hit kill. Good for you, I guess, but now you're out of headbutts. You just sent out another Goldeen. Yeah, there's no PP for that. Oh, man. So yeah, I really hope you guys had a really good day. Or at least having a good day. I have to go into work tonight. But, you know, then again, I have to work every single Friday. With the way how my schedule is, I'm gonna briefly kind of go over what your what my schedule is like. So, my work schedule is it's bi-weekly, because, you know, every paycheck's bi-weekly. Every Monday. So, for the first week, I work, Monday and Tuesday. And then I have, Wednesday and Thursday off. Oh, we're trying to learn Pursuit. I mean, I'd get rid of Horn Attack, honestly. Or at least Scary Face. Because I'm not going to use it. Pursuit will do damage if the opponent is about to swap. It's kind of difficult to when to actually know when your opponent's going to switch. Because a lot of the NPCs don't actually do it. So I think we're just gonna, we're gonna stop. We're not gonna learn it. We did not learn Pursuit. Yeah, sorry. Anyways. I work Monday and Tuesday, and then I'm off Wednesday and Thursday, and then I work 4 days in a row. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then I have Tuesday, Wednesday off. Oh, we have Arnie the Bug Catcher. Hey, are you awake now? Let's battle. Our Pokemon won't battle in the bug catching contest. I'll be out here on Route 35. Okay, thanks, guy. I think that's the last of the trainers, actually. But after working 4 days in a row, and I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I work Thursday and Friday, and then have Saturday and Sunday off. And then it repeats it all again. So, yeah. I am always guaranteed to work every Monday and Friday. But I'm also guaranteed to have every Wednesday off. But I also have to work every other Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Which is a little weird, but I kind of like it. And, you know, again, I work thirds at my local hospital. Jesus. I'm slowly trying to figure out my next big major plan. At least for the next couple years. It's still it's still a work in progress. So, in a way, I kind of almost have to like smarten up my act a little bit in order to pursue this kind of thing that I really want to pursue in for the rest of my entire life. But, you know, it all majorly depends on, you know, a few things. Guy, I literally mentioned it earlier in the video. I am not going to explore anything having to do with the Whirl Islands until later. I'm just clearing out over here, make sure everyone's been fought. It's literally all I'm doing. Okay, I need to take a quick little commentary break, so I'll be right back with the vice grip. All right, and we're back. Sorry about that quick little delay. I had to make sure everything was still running out in the other room. And we're good. Everything's fine. So, yeah, we're just going to continue off with this battle. Hopefully we can get at least over to the second route. The second water route, I should say. Because, you know, sometimes there's more than one, you know, route. And sorry about if you hear extra shit in the background or from the mic. It's from pulling out the charger in my iPad just to make sure that, you know, everything looks fine for the percentage of my iPad. It's at a decent percentage. Hopefully it won't die on me as I'm recording, but I mean, you never know. Switching around our team, since everyone's either 25 or 26. So, yeah, like how I kind of mentioned in the last couple parts, we're going to be stuck at 5 team members for a while. I think that's all the trainers. Cut down through here. I want to say that was the last one. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we fought you. Yep, we fought you. Yeah, I think we fought everybody out here. I know we fought you. I know I fought her. I know I fought you. So, I think we fought everybody out here. This just reminds me of going out on the water routes out to out to Cinnabar Island. Cianwood City. Okay, so we're here in Cianwood City, but there is a Pokemon out on Route 41 that we kind of briefly went out on that I forgot to mention. So we're gonna kind of briefly go over it here real quick. Alright, the only new Pokemon here on Route 41 is Mantine. Mantine is a water flying type, as you can see there. It's a pretty decent water type, I do have to admit. It's kind of like Gyarados in a way, but with a lot of, you know, a lot of differences, but, you know, on the towards the negative side. But it's still kind of decent. In later games, it can have a baby form, and it evolved through a very unique way of having a Remoraid in the party by level up. But, you know, it's alright, I guess. Alright, thanks very much. And we're here in the Pokemon Center, like always. Heal me fast, Nurse Joy. Oh, Nurse Joy. Brock always hitting on Officer Jenny, Nurse Joy, pretty much anyone that looks hot to him. Okay, thanks for some interesting advice there, guy. Okay, whatever. Okay, so what do you have to say? Chuck the gym leader, Spars. Okay, whatever. So yeah, you crossed the great sea. That must have been love. Here, the power of the fly. You can have the gym badge. You have to be a gym leader here. Come see me. Okay, so yeah, there's a gym here, obviously. What do you have to say? Your Pokemon appears. I'm proud of you. The lighthouse Pokemon is in trouble. I get it. This ought to do the trick. And we got the secret potion. So now we can technically go back over to Olivine and go up the light tower and go talk to Jasmine. But we got some local areas to take care of. And one of them is right here. I'm in shock. The guy about your age is struck in the long red hair. He scared me into giving him my prized Pokemon. I still have one left, but what if he comes back? He looks strong. Could you look after my Pokemon for a while? Sure. Oh, thank you. Take good care of it, please. And we received a Pokemon. And that Pokemon was? Alright, so from this guy, he will give you a Shuckle in order to save it from being stolen. Shuckle here is a bug and rock type. It is best well known for two main things. One, it has the highest defense and special defense stat than any Pokemon currently in existence, which is kind of cool. And second, starting in Gen 4, it'll have the move Power Trick, which has the power to switch its attack and defenses, which will make its attack stat really, really high, since its current attack stat isn't that good. We have here Shucky, the Shuckle. So yeah, kind of like how the Bile mentioned, this is how you can get Shuckle. I mean, you could technically breed it to get more, but I mean, regardless on if you give the Shuckle back to this guy or not, it'll, you know, he kind of doesn't really care. But the kid in question that he was referring to was our rival. So yeah, even if you don't want the Shuckle for your Pokédex or you just want it at all, you do get a free berry for it. And we can't just, you know, give it back to him. So we're going to do some more sightseeing around here. Up the Silverwing have ascended the creature. I can't remember the 4 islands and what I heard of a mythical sea creature is hiding in them. Yeah, we're going to, again, talk about them later. I've heard about the whirlpools around the islands that are caused by the sea creature. You might be able to move them. Well, it's kind of some good information there, but, you know, again, we'll talk all about it later. So I'm sorry, folks, you're kind of jumping the gun a bit. Oh, what do we have here? Who's this guy? You have a magnificent Pokemon with you. How about a photo for your souvenir? Which Pokemon should I take a picture of? We'll say Shucky. Alright, hold still for a bit. Oh yeah, we need the Game Boy printer, which we do not have. But yeah, this song you're hearing is kind of used for other things throughout Nintendo games. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't have a Game Boy printer, even though I don't even know how that would technically work in 2026. Oh man. So yeah, there is something very important that we do have to do, but we have to go north if I get out of this menu screen here. So we gotta go up north. Well, okay, what am I doing now? That's south, not north. I'm probably healing. Yeah, okay. An unnecessary heal that I technically don't even need. But, I guess, whatever. Man, this is kind of important up here. We do want to save. You'll see here in a little bit. There is a route around right over there. But that's only in the remake, and we're not going to talk about the remake. Oh, what is that out there? I see all, I know all. I'm sure you do. Certainly I know your Pokemon. Okay, let's say, Sakura. Or no, Daisy Doom. I see you mentioned Daisy Doom here. Alex Forest, level was 5. Am I good at what? Incidentally, it seems to have grown a little. Seems to be becoming more confident. Well, that's good. Glad that she's come a long way. But this? What is this? It looked at us and is walking on water. It's Jesus in an animal form. Yo, Trevor. Wasn't that Suicune just now? I only caught a glimpse of it. I thought I saw it run across the sea. There's a grand and it raises the speeds. It's wonderful. I want to see Suicune up close. Okay, guy. I've decided. I'll battle you as a trainer to earn Suicune's respect. Come on, let's battle. But it's probably already at Olivine by now. It doesn't even care. So, yeah, this is Mythical Man Eusine. This is a semi-important battle. I do think it is important that you should do this battle. So first off, he has a Drowsy, level 23, Psychic type. With the moves Hypnosis, Disable, Confusion, and Dream Eater. So, just like Morty, you gotta be careful with his Dream Eater and Hypnosis. So even though we definitely have a type disadvantage, we're gonna try our best with poisoning us, or poisoning him before he can, you know, do something terribly dangerous on us. But he's already put us to sleep and he's unlocking the dreaded Dream Eater that we've come to hate against the fight with Morty. So yeah, it brought him almost to full health. So, we're gonna jump over to... I actually don't know who we should go to. Let's go to... I guess we'll go to... Sakura. Yep, I knew it was going to use Dream Eater, so we predicted this. So yeah, we predicted that. So we're going to hit him with a quick attack. Drowsy is more of like a physical fighter compared to its typing as a psychic type, which is kind of unusual. Oh, damn! That was a good critical hit, and he puts us to sleep. So, we're gonna assume that he's gonna use Dream Eater on us. Let's see. Yep, he does. This is kind of a tough fight. It's tough if you are not prepared for it. But I do have to mention that this is the only time you ever get to fight him. Like, you're literally fighting Eusine once and one time, like, ever in this entire game. Even in the remakes, too. This point in the game, you're only fighting him once. He does have the same moves for his Drowsy in the remake, but it's 2 levels higher and he has the ability Insomnia. So Zuko here is going to get a chance to take his Drowsy out by lighting him on fire. Has shit special defense. Well, actually has decent special defense. Okay, so I lied. Don't listen to me about that. But it doesn't matter, we took him out. Okay, everyone's getting experience. That's cool, that's good. Alright, second. And, oh, okay, he's sending that one out. This is his biggest threat. Electrode. Level 25. Electric type with the moves Sonic Boom, Rollout, Screech, and, oh god, Thunder. This is the evolved form of Voltorb, as I probably may have stated before. In the entire Pokédex in this game of all 251 Pokemon, it is the fastest thing in the entire game. Ever. It's the fastest electric type, and it's the fastest Pokemon without a doubt. So more likely... Oh, okay, so yeah, it's doing the rollout right now. But we gotta be careful because we're, you know, a fire type and it's a rock move. So unless if you do not use any speed priority moves, it will always go first. Okay, so its raw combo was missed. That is the almighty Thunder that you have to look out for. It used to be the strongest electric move in the entire game, but not in this iteration. It's kind of actually the second most powerful electric move in the entire game. It's 120 base power, but only about 70 accurate. Okay, last up, he has Haunter. Level 23, Ghost Poison type, with the moves Hypnosis, Lick, Mean Look, and Curse. So, Phil and Sakura probably won't be used as much. Oh wait, no, we have Mudslip on Sakura, we're good. And it doesn't have Dream Eater. So yeah, we can safely send Sakura out even though he's asleep. By trying to put him to sleep. Now Curse does things differently depending on what Pokemon is using it. If a Pokemon that is not a Ghost type uses it, its speed will go down one stage, but its attack and defense goes up one stage. So it lowers your speed, but raises attack and defense. For a Ghost type, as you can see there, it cuts its HP in half and lays down a curse on you. And it will drain your health from the curse. So be careful. The only way to cure it is to either be knocked out or switch out. And okay, I see what I'm doing here. You're gonna try to put down another curse. You're gonna do something stupid or Mean Look again. Okay, you're gonna Hypnosis. So you know you're not gonna use Lick. There's the Mud Slap, since it is part poison. Super effective, and its accuracy went down. That's real good. So Sakura will be able to take him out. Thanks so much for playing. Have a good night. Alright, so we beat him, and this is the only time you ever got to fight him. I hate to admit it, but you win. And we get $2,500. You're amazing, Trevor. No wonder Pokemon gravitate to you. I get it now. I'm gonna keep searching for Suicune. I'm sure we'll see each other again. See you around. Although I do think it's kind of funny that, you know, in this game that he spent, according to when we met him for the first time, He said that he spent 10 years looking for this legendary Pokemon known as Suicune, and we already saw it like 3 times without even trying. So, when we come back next week, we're gonna challenge the gym leader Chuck. We'll see you then.